If you plan to take the IELTS test, it helps to be prepared. In this video, we'll focus on how to succeed on the academic writing part of the exam. The writing is divided into two parts, Task 1 and Task 2. Both are scored in 4 categories: task achievement, coherence and cohesion, lexical resource, and grammatical accuracy. Those scores are then averaged for each task. This video focuses on successful task achievement as well as tips for the other areas. For Task 1, you'll be asked to describe a graphic using a minimum of 150 words in about 20 minutes. Be sure to provide an overview and include accurate details. Note that although this is not a typical essay, the IELTS exam does expect paragraph formatting for this task. There are a variety of graphics you may see, and it helps to know the names ahead of time. You may see a pie chart, a line graph, or a bar chart. You may also see a process diagram, a flow chart, or a map. Sometimes you'll be asked to compare 2 different graphics. One thing to note is whether the charts are static or if they show a change over time. If there's a graph with a time axis or a comparison of charts with 2 different time labels, then you can use language describing a change. You might use phrases like sharply increased, dramatically decreased, or remained stable. You might also describe an item on the chart as reaching a peak or as fluctuating over time. Sometimes the graphics do not show changes over time, as in standalone pie charts and bar graphs, or process diagrams. For these, you may use verbs and descriptors like comprise, more than half of, the majority of, 1/4 of, etc. For processes, you might use the simple present tense in its passive form, along with transition words of time. For example, the package is then loaded onto the truck before being transported to its final destination. An important thing to remember for Task 1 is that no extra information should be added. Even if you have background knowledge on a topic, only describe what you see. Your description should be so clear that another person could make a basic drawing from your description. For Task 2, you'll respond to an essay prompt with at least 250 words in about 40 minutes. Note that this score is doubled and added to the Task 1 score, so it's worth twice as much. This task is to be written in a typical academic essay style. You'll need to develop an organization plan for an introduction, body, and conclusion. The essay should be about 4 to 6 paragraphs long. For the introduction, you'll paraphrase the prompt and be sure to take a stand with a clear thesis statement. Each body paragraph should begin with the topic sentence and 1 or 2 examples to support it. Note that here you can use background knowledge that you have or even personal experience to support your thesis. Be sure to use transition words and phrases to connect your ideas smoothly. For example, additionally, as a result, in conclusion, but try to avoid formulaic transitions like first, second, next, etc. In your conclusion, you want to restate or paraphrase your thesis and add some final thoughts like a suggestion, a question, or a prediction. The verb tenses for the essay will be mostly in the present unless you're referring to specific past events or considering future consequences or results. One reminder here is to always take a stance or have an opinion. Do not simply describe both sides of the issue. Choose one side that you think is better and give 2 or 3 reasons why. Each of those reasons will form one of your body paragraphs. All right, now that you know what to expect from the writing portion of the academic IELTS exam, be sure to practice with some online prompts and you'll be well prepared when it's time to take the test.